very special guest. David's
We are
in the
back.
studio.
David is here. No David this week, but next week.
Next week he's coming
Next
for
week
sure.
he's locked into summertime. This week we're joined by the wonderful, the
legendary.
prolific, the architect of the Critterpit intro himself,
Yes.
Mr. Caleb Sebastian Poole.
Woo!
Woo!
Welcome to the pit.
Thanks, guys. What's up?
Yeah. What up? How's it going?
Oh, I'm doing good.
Nice.
That is good. Very good to hear.
Excited to Cronenberg it up.
I watched the movie last night, Dead Ringers, and I'm in the mood to talk about
Love it.
Cronenberg.
There's a lot.
Before we get to that, tell us a bit about yourself, Caleb. Tell the people who are working with you.
So I think last time you guys heard from me, I was in Vancouver,
Yes.
doing engineering.
Yes.
I'm now not doing that.
Fuck yeah.
Yes.
And now I don't really know what I'm doing.
Cronenberg.
That is great.
Cronenberg.
You're in the pit. That's all that matters.
You're in the pit.
Exactly. I'm watching movies.
Hey, that's the life right there, in my opinion.
So you've dropped out of engineering, or are you just like done for the summer?
I've dropped out.
Fuck yeah, dude. Welcome to the club.
Yeah, it was funny. I heard about you and and that you dropped out. And I think I stuck around for another like month and a bit, and then decided to pull the plug.
It's the right call.
Yep. Fuck engineering.
Every time Ethan would mention you, it seemed like just eternal suffering.
Isn't that what engineering is, though?
It is. I don't know why people do it.
The best and brightest, I guess.
Mass enough. No, wait. They're sadistic fucks. I'll tell you that.
I think so. Yeah. They don't shower. It's gross.
It's rough out there.
Takes a different type of person, it seems.
What made you want to go into engineering to start with? Like,
I really like the math shit actually, and like building shit. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
But like the whole business around engineering and like academia and like that world, just couldn't really see myself happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what an engineer is?
No, I don't know. What the fuck do we do? Like,
I don't know.
Here's the thing. If I stuck with this program by like year 4, I could tell you how a fridge works, and I could probably make something really fucking dangerous. But like, I don't really know what an engineer does.
Me
neither. I know that
they
get a ring.
They do the blueprints? They get a ring?
They get a ring.
You get an iron ring.
What?
That's a big part of why you should go into engineering. Is the
that
ring.
was a huge draw.
The more I hear about engineering, the more it sounds
like
a cult.
It is a cult.
It's a little cult.
Nobody knows what it is,
just
and you get a ring.
Torture. And is it just like a low key little metal ring, or does it have?
It's an iron ring. It's
iron ring.
Iron ring, yeah.
The lore is that it's made of. Well, this is the lore that I heard. I don't know if it's different in Vancouver, but is that it's made out of this bridge that collapsed, and it's supposed to remind engineers that you're never supposed to like let bridges collapse. Always double check.
No, I got told that exact same story. You need to like.
I don't know what the cult, man.
No, it's like engineering ethics, because like who builds the shit?
Oh my god, that's fun lore, but geesh, intense crowd. I remember when you were describing your classmates, Caleb. You were describing them as just like pillars of society, you know.
Dude, holy shit! So my one friend who is like fucking ridiculous. He's up at like 5 a.m, and he's working till like 1 a.m. and then up again at 5.
My lord, just doing engineering shit.
Yeah,
building uncollapsible bridges.
Engineers, like, that's the amount of work you have to put in if you want to.
Yeah. Oh no, I when I was like passing my classes and like actually doing it, I was putting in like my entire life. I didn't watch movies. I didn't play games.
Yeah.
I smoked a lot of weed.
And that's the expectation.
Like, you
can't have a life. It has to be. This is what it has to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Because how many courses and labs were you taking?
So in my busiest day, I would start at 8:30, and then I wouldn't get home till like 7:30. I
Yep.
would eat and then would meet up with my friends and study till like 12, and then sleep or like try to do something other than school.
Yep. And that's why you were failing, because you were sleeping, not studying anymore.
That's the thing. If I studied more, I think I would have passed. But yeah, sleep is optional. That's what it taught me. It taught me how to run on like 2 hours of sleep and write an exam.
Welcome to my world. Yeah,
Yeah, I get it now. I get it now.
It's brutal.
Yeah.
No, I think you made the right decision in dropping out. We fully
It
support you.
seemed like it
Your name.
destroyed you. I'm not gonna lie, Caleb.
Hey, I think that's what it's meant to do.
That's what they tell you at the beginning of the year. Like
Yep.
they say, look to your left, look to your right. One of you will be like not in the program next year. Like,
Yep.
Damn.
Survival. It is survival of the
So
fittest.
is this crazier than like is engineering like the craziest it gets? I feel like you always hear like neurosurgery is the craziest.
Okay,
Universal.
well,
I
that's
think
like a higher level.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
when people
Yeah.
talk about engineering, it's the pure shock of like when you get in coming from high school into like your first year of engineering. Your
Mm.
first semester probably works out, but then when you start getting into like calculus 2 and linear algebra and the classes start like
Fuck linear
piling up.
algebra.
Fuck linear algebra.
How far did you get into it, Sam? Freshman?
I completed like basically 1.5 years over the course of 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I
not that
was
far.
on track. I got about like 2 semesters in with one failed semester.
Yeah. Oh, my GPA was like a 0.9. Like it
Yeah,
was
yeah.
really, really bad.
Yeah, that's just what it does though. It's wild.
And like
Doing it in
you have to teach yourself everything. Like
Yeah,
lectures are almost like useless in some courses.
I
yeah,
remember you
definitely.
told me, Sam, how there would be a scheduled class, like 2 classes scheduled at the same time, and you just have to decide which one you go to that week.
Yeah, I had
So
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
that is so crazy.
Yeah,
And
it
Like,
was
what?
between it
I
was
don't know
between
what it was like at your school, but at the U of A, they built our first year schedules for us. Like we didn't
yeah,
get any choices. So
yeah.
yeah,
That
that
is
Um
sucked.
nuts. That is
so
nuts.
so my schedule would have been planned, but I said no, and instead of taking 6 courses, I only took 4.
See, that's
Um
smart.
Mm.
and even then, like I don't know what BC is on or like what SFU is on cuz like apparently they teach like in a very different way. Like I heard like people in U of A taking like 6, 7 courses, like they had the slots. If you take 4, it's considered a full course load. So I don't really know how it
5
works.
is a full course load at U of A, and
Yeah,
like
they
6, you're not supposed to be able to, but they let engineers do, which is so stupid because
okay,
I was
yeah.
taking
So
6 courses and 4 labs at my peak, like first
yeah,
year.
it's insane what they expect you to do.
Yeah,
So, Sam, were you going into it just to be like an engineer, or was it more specific? Because Caleb was going into it to do environmental engineering.
I went into it because I wanted to, or I thought it was my parents' expectation for me to get a degree, and then I
Yep,
would go
Oh,
back
yep.
okay.
home. It was like I need to get a degree first. I'll just do this because I like math or whatever, and I'm good at that kind of stuff.
Dude,
Which is
exactly.
insane.
Okay.
That's not how you should go into engineering. You need to love it.
No,
Oh,
no,
so
you
you
need
were
to
always
deeply
gonna go
love it.
towards film.
Yeah, I never wanted to do engineering.
Okay. Interesting. But Caleb, there was a desire to do engineering with you,
There still is to just like
just not
learn.
within the
Mhm.
framework of kind of
Like I still
this
find
that
like
career.
yeah, like I didn't really see myself having a career. Like that's the thing is it's this is gonna sound really cynical, but like one of the things that we talked about was like in environmental engineering is like the world's kind of fucked and it's
Mhm.
continuing to get fucked, and if like things don't change really fast, we're gonna like be really fucked. And I didn't really see that changing. and that really fucked with me.
You're the reason it's not changing.
Exactly. So
it's all on your shoulders.
So what I told my friends as I was leaving is, you know what, guys? You guys, you're gonna change the
Godspeed
world.
and God bless.
I am gonna do something else.
Yeah.
And
That's
there's
great.
nothing wrong with that. And
Absolutely
I think
not.
the reason I wanted this pod to happen so badly is because, understandably so, Caleb, your exodus from engineering has left you in a bit of a pit, so to say.
We
So I
can
think
call it a little pit.
so I think it's great for you to talk with Sam a bit here and see, it ain't over. You can still pick yourself up and move forward. And
it ain't over till it's over.
exactly. And
Yeah.
RDP Film is always there for you, Caleb, with
It is
open
always
arms.
there. You can still apply.
Yeah.
I think I applied around this time.
There's a lot of ex-engineers in our program, I think. I feel Kalen was an ex-engineer.
Yeah,
Something
I think
like
so.
that.
From Calgary.
Well, the other news is I got a job.
Oh, nice.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Synods?
we're back at Synods. It took me 7 tests.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You love to hear it.
Yeah.
You know that you always have a place in the kitchen too, Caleb, if you want.
Yeah. If I wanted to do if I wanted to do something fun, like if I ever want a change of scenery to just work in a
if you want to get
work
knee deep in
environment,
grease and getting yelled at by 40-year-old line cooks, then
hey,
you know where to find me. You know where to find me.
some people like getting yelled at by 40-year-old line cooks.
Yeah,
like Ethan.
Exactly.
Like me. I thrive off that.
Built different.
No, I thrive off that fuck you energy, and I also I like insulting people in a friendly way.
Caleb
You
was
should
a
meet our
big
friend Nicholas.
hockey guy. Yeah, Nicholas. Oh, McDougal's meeting Nicholas in a little bit here.
Is that going to be dangerous?
I have genuinely no clue how that combo will work.
Why is that happening?
Because me, Nick, Jake, and Maddie or Maddo are seeing Mission Impossible and Asteroid City. I think too. I think it finally came to the galaxy.
Oh shit!
It's already on VOD.
I know. I got the notification today, like, oh, rent Asteroid City on YouTube. But I'm like, hey, McDougal, you want to come? And he's like, sure. I'm free that day, so that showdown is about to go down.
It'll be an interesting crowd.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. But yeah, a lot of exciting things on the horizon. Me, Jake, and Cole are seeing Oppenheimer on Friday, and Caleb. Unfortunately, there's no seats left for Oppenheimer, but we can for sure find a theater like with Barbie.
Yeah,
we can all watch Barbie.
Dope.
We can watch Barbie.
Very, very, very excited. Very excited.
Yeah, I don't think Barbie. I don't know. I'm very skeptical.
It's been getting very good reviews.
Wait, really? Yeah. What are the reviews?
I mean, I think it's got like an 89 on Rotten Tomatoes right now, and a 4
I saw the first trailer for Barbie. Looked great. The second trailer, though, when you see all the stuff, how it's gonna be like Barbie in the real world, and all that shit, I'm like, oh, what are we doing? It just feels like it feels a lot less like satire vibes, right? Deadpan satire vibes, and more like fucking Mario movie IP in the real world.
I still haven't seen because part of me doesn't want to watch it because of how much
not good
nostalgia I hold for those characters.
You might love it then because
you might like it.
It's created for that nostalgia machine,
It's kind of a nothing movie. It's like you have to go in knowing everything.
Well, I definitely do. It's not been really on the priority list of watching things. I'll be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely not. It's depresses me, that movie, and its reception. I don't know. It's just so.
I feel like it's got to be better than Mario, but also it's a Barbie movie. Like Barbie and Mattel had to approve it, right? So it can't be that cynical. So we'll see.
We shall see.
It can't be like raunchy either.
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, yeah, it's Greta.
I love Greta, and written by Noah Baumbach.
Love that.
It's a good combo.
Are they millennials?
No, I think they're older than that.
I don't know what the cutoff is. I don't pay attention.
No.
Just feel like Millennials, I don't know why.
Actually, I mean, yeah,
Oppenheimer
Francis
though.
Ha is a very millennial coded movie.
Oppenheimer though.
Massive
I might,
thumbnail.
I might turn into a Nolan, bro. That thing looks so
Yeah.
good. Oh my lord.
3 hours long.
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so pumped.
Going at 10 p.m. tomorrow.
That's really tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
That's gonna be great, man.
I got work on Friday. Yeah.
And you work early, huh?
Oh yeah.
I love
No
it.
sleep, no sleep.
No sleep. Back to my engineering roots.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what I learned. I can run
That's what
on
engineering prepared you for this.
Exactly.
sleepless
training.
nights and chug some coffee and Red Bull.
Yeah.
Man, Oppenheimer,
Half
man.
bills.
I hate to just repeat what everyone's saying, but that cast is so crazy. Just so many names.
Benny
It's
Safdie.
pretty good.
Benny Safdie, Dane DeHaan, Iron
Dane DeHaan.
Man.
That's the second person you name.
I just didn't know he was in that. It's like every time I look at the cast, there's a new person in that. They just keep adding them, man. Rami Malek, Kenneth Branagh, come on.
It is
Matthew
stacked.
McGee, Gary Oldman playing Harry S. Truman. What?
Really?
What?
That's awesome. Is this the
Alex
first time Gary
Wolff?
Oldman's played a president? It seems like.
Surely not.
Because he's played Churchill.
He's played Mank.
Mank, yeah. We
Our
got to get him
beloved
to play
Mank.
Stalin and then Hitler, and then he'll have played all of the World War II president or
the powerhouse.
Yeah,
powerhouse actor Gary Oldman. Shout out to Sid and Nancy. We didn't mention last episode that was shot by Roger Deakins.
Roger Deakins. I've been listening to the Roger Deakins podcast a lot. He's an awesome guy.
We've got some stiff competition, man.
That
Roger
podcast
Deakins
is
has
so
a
good.
pod. Damn.
Yeah. He describes his time at film school like what RDP is like. So that makes me
Really
very confident. Yeah.
How so? Please tell.
He's like, we just got to run around and make movies.
Isn't that what you're supposed to do? What else do you do? Like,
honestly,
like lectures.
Lectures and a lot of technical walkthroughs.
Yeah, that stuff makes sense.
Caleb, I'm not gonna lie though, I felt so much like guilt kind of when you were describing your time in engineering school back during the school year, and you're describing just like the hell you were going through. And I'm over here at RDP just living it up, just
so
making movies, having so much fun, cakewalk.
Caleb, you should come to RDP. You're gonna cry. It's so easy. It's
yeah.
Incredible. I don't really know what's in store next for school. Might try to do something with media.
Yeah, you're a big sports journalism.
Massive sports fan. I love the Flames and Blue Jays. Two teams that both fucking suck.
Yeah. It's a rough time to be their fans.
It's always been a rough time, and it will continue to be.
Yeah.
But I'll be watching.
Yeah. You should do a sports podcast, Caleb. You just have so much to say about them. We could do it under the Critterpit brand.
Banner.
Perfect.
That's a bit of a reach for movies to like sport.
No. We're expanding
it's on TV.
Yeah, we're expanding the Critterpit family a little bit
brand.
here. Yeah.
We have merch,
You got merch. Dude, the new intro, so sick.
Yeah, that's
you killed it, man. Oh my god.
It's good. Well done on the animation.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. It's just like 30
hell.
frames. Very easy.
I loved it.
Amazing.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Almost makes you proud to be a critter.
Makes me very proud to be a critter.
Dude, I was gonna make something for this, but I don't have my my keyboard with me, which is a good thing because I was gonna put it in my suitcase while I was flying back, and then they lost my luggage.
Oh.
Yeah.
So lost all his stuff.
So luckily, I just lost all my clothes and normal things to live a day-to-day life with, and none of my like electronics.
That's good.
You lost Dune though, Caleb.
Yeah, I lost Dune. I lost Dune Messiah, which actually really sucks.
That's a big blow.
I'm getting Caleb on the Dune train. He's my
Dune Messiah is
Dune.
Great.
I'm fully
Dune Messiah
in.
is great. Should we get into Dune hour a little bit? This thought just struck me.
If we get into Dune, we're never gonna get to Cronenberg, and this is gonna be like a 3-hour episode.
We always have a Dune hour though.
Okay, well now's good as time as any.
Just shoot off your Dune thoughts, Caleb. You're going through these. Shoot them out.
I'm halfway through the third book, Children of Dune. How spoiler-y?
Wait. All our audience has read all the Dune books. I'm also halfway through the third Dune book. I haven't finished it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So right now the big thing is Paul is has just been confirmed to be alive.
Yeah.
So that's
it's
really
crazy.
Fun because we kind of knew
he's like
he was
a new
alive.
person almost. It's not really like Paul's alive. It's a new entity.
It's weird. It's almost like what happened with Duncan.
Yeah.
Sorta.
Well, except the Duncan thing's a little weirder.
Yeah, because he's a Gola. That's another can of worms.
A Gola.
How are you
married to
Alia? I was about to mention. How are you feeling about Alia, Caleb?
Oh, she reminds me of Daenerys Targaryen from Game of Thrones a little bit.
Okay.
Like mainly when she starts to kind of lose her shit.
Yeah. She was one of my favorite characters reading through that. Just it felt like such a unique degree of empathy towards her, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because
I was so happy.
She had so much suffering, but so much of it's out of her control,
Yeah.
Just gets fucked on, fortunately. Just born into schizophrenia, pretty much.
Yeah. No choice.
Hey, here's your uncle. Or wait, no, is it grandfather? The Baron?
Yeah, the Baron's
grandfather.
Yeah.
Believe, yeah.
Just hear that voice just bouncing around your head.
Dude, I hate on MCU shit, but I've never had more of an MCU fanboy reaction than when I realized the Baron is back.
Oh, dude,
I was going crazy. I was hooting and hollering in my bedroom, man. It was sick.
No way. No way.
Yeah. So sick. I just love the idea of ancestral memory. That's one of the coolest concepts in those books.
It's a really cool idea.
I love how they articulate the danger of it and how immense it is just through how much training a Reverend Mother has to go through, and just how much mental preparation they have to do.
Or you lose your mind, actually.
Yeah.
Lose it to one of the ancestors. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so cool. And just how Leto and Ganima?
Yeah. Ganima, yeah.
Yeah. How they are trying to prepare themselves and live with this curse affliction. That's very interesting.
That first conversation with the twins and where Paul and Cheney came out.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's God.
So good.
Gotta reread all the Dunes now, man.
Gotta finish Dune 3. Been reading it for 2 years.
The movie.
I'm excited for you, Caleb, to get onto the fucking weird Dune.
Yeah, they're building to something
weird. That fourth one is so insane. Then the fifth and the sixth feel like an LSD trip or some shit, man. It was
good.
Weird.
I love a good fever dream of a book.
Yeah. Some of the best books. I've been getting into reading a lot more lately. Have you guys heard of Invincible? I've been reading through the comics.
Yeah.
Yeah, McDougal has been lending me all his Ultimate collections he has. There's 12 of those.
Dude, so you got the full blown.
Yeah, it's sick. He spent $900 on these, and I don't have to spend $900 on these. I just get to read them.
Yeah,
dude, that makes sense.
That's a lot of money.
It's like $100 per one of these beefy collections with a ton of issues in them.
Damn.
Very nice releases. Comics though, man, I don't know.
I like comics.
Good. I do like them, but there's just this annoying, always returnal to the status quo, which I find very frustrating. Just no substantial change. It feels like
because they have to make a new issue type thing, like a next issue.
Yeah, but it feels different because Invincible isn't tied into an overarching
world.
Yeah, I don't think, at least. It's more.
But also, I mean, if there's so many of them at this point, right? They have to.
Yeah.
They're going to keep going, so they can't.
But yeah, it's just it's a very fun series. It feels like it just falls into all the same pitfalls of all other comic books, just ridiculously over-sexualized girls and Crazy action, like super. They get hyper violent, which is
Yeah,
crazy.
hyper violence in comics is like pretty common.
Yeah.
Have you read Watchmen, Caleb?
I have not read it. I've just watched the HBO show and then like watched the
Ooh,
Alt Shift X video comparing it.
Well, the HBO
So
okay.
show is not the comic at all. It's like a
it is.
sequel.
I
No,
know. Yeah, that's what I learned. I learned that I need to actually look at the like check the
I'll
comic
lend
out.
you the comic when you're back, or you can just buy
Yeah,
it. It's ridiculously
It,
cheap because
yeah,
of
because
it's
of the
this.
available
printing thing.
everywhere.
Yeah.
It's
Have
like the
I
most sold book like of all time, I think.
have I told you guys the reason why it's like
Yeah, he
that?
got fucked over, right?
Yeah, the author Alan Moore, he wrote it with
Awesome
the
guy.
stipulation that he will get the rights of it 1 year after it's finished being published. Right after it's published, 1 year, and then he owns the rights to this. And it was such a runoff success, right? Crazy, unexpected success that DC was like, you know what? We're never going to stop printing this.
Yep.
So they just never stopped printing it. So it's the most like um overproduced comic I think ever.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he got
So it's
scammed out of
just
so much
yeah,
money. Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
god.
He's like the most bitter person in the world too. Just
yeah.
about
I
everything.
So
I
don't
love him.
blame
He's
him.
like the
he's a
ultimate
wizard,
hermit. He is a wizard.
crazy looking guy too. Um,
Yep.
man, what a comic though. That's one of those like pieces of art where it makes you realize how an art form can be like changed and manipulated, and how like the form can be
Yep.
fully used to
Hmm.
storytell. Just how like they used panels and panel buildups in that book. Like there's
Well,
that one
even
moment with the like you turn a page and it's a full page like explosion is all I'll say, and it like
yeah.
brings together a few storylines. Like so good. My jaw was
Yeah.
just
Um
on the floor.
I mean,
Shout out
even
Junji
the use of
Ito.
sorry.
Oh no, you go.
Okay, I was just gonna say, even like the way that narration is used in it as like
Yeah.
journal rather than just like a character's
Ah,
thoughts is very.
yeah.
It's great.
I just always have an urge to reread it. And all the characters are so compelling and it's so intertwined like with American mythos and stuff.
Yeah.
Mm, mm.
Have you read
It's
the
Kino.
sequel series, the Doomsday
I have
Clock?
not.
It's
No,
not
I
that
have
good,
not.
but
No.
started
Yeah.
strong and ended on a whimper.
I've
But
As
the
heard some
most
crazy
sequels
Rorschach,
do.
things.
the Rorschach standalone comic books are really good. Very good
Really?
little
Okay.
espionage thing. Yeah, it's like
Dope.
everybody gets convinced that they're Rorschach, basically. Yeah,
That sounds very compelling.
it's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, Rorschach's such a good character. They all are.
Yeah.
Um, love it. And the movie is very good too.
Shout out Zack Snyder. I haven't seen the movie, but
False. I'm lying. It sucks.
Yeah,
yeah,
I was biting my tongue. I didn't know what to say. I remember your rant about that movie.
Embarrassment. It's like they take the most nuanced graphic novel of all time. Or like, let's give it to the least nuanced director of all time.
he'll
What are
match
we
the
doing?
novel though. He'll use
He
splash
did.
pages as
He did match that, but I
but
don't
yeah.
think Zack Snyder can read. I don't
Did
know.
you see that well, not see, but Terry Gilliam was initially going to make the Watchmen movie?
That would have been
That would have been
very
crazy.
interesting.
I wonder because I
Very
don't think he would have followed
interesting.
the comic at all. I think he would have
But
just done his own
that would have
thing.
been great. That's my favorite thing about the
The show.
HBO show is that they like
Mhm.
They took the characters and kind of ran with them.
Yep.
mhm, did new stuff. My least favorite part of that show was when it felt kind of like beholden to the source material and
Yeah,
didn't.
it
It
seemed
played it a little
just scripted.
safe. It felt at times. Um,
I
great.
really
I
like
like
the
that
show.
show. I like the show too. I
Mhm.
think
That's I
a
think the
couple
last show I
characters
watched.
are very strong.
Yeah.
The conspiracy theorist played by Tim Blake Nelson is
Yeah,
especially
he's awesome.
so good in that show. And if the show was more of that, more original characters, instead of feeling like they need to, you know, do the old characters, it would have been great. But I will say, Jeremy Irons as
Perfectly
Ozymandias,
cast.
perfect,
Dude,
perfect.
I
I'm
really liked on Ozymandias. That was fun.
Jeremy Irons also in Dead Ringers,
He is
which is
twice.
great. Yeah, twice.
Segue. Yeah, twice.
Segue. Do we have any more top of the show to get out of the way first?
Um
Um,
I mean, there's a reason this podcast has been delayed like an
yeah.
hour. I am
Okay.
David Cronenberg.
Yeah.
Whenever the movie Crash came out, not gonna lay down exactly what happened here, but let's just say cars collided. It wasn't too bad. There's no injuries or anything. But I am David Cronenberg.
Who was? And feel free not to answer if you don't want to, but who caused the crash? Was it you?
I'm going to plead the Fifth Amendment on that one.
Okay.
It's very, very minor. I just feel like putting anything on the air before everything's been resolved is a bad idea.
I'm picturing crash.
So I'm going to ask I'm going to ask a second question.
Go ahead.
Did this awake anything inside of you sexually?
Well, me and the guy who were wearing the accent afterwards had sex in his back. After, so I mean, there was that.
Good. Yeah,
are you guys going to?
That's pretty normal.
No,
James Dean crash reenactment later. After
I'm driving there right now, actually.
Oh shit!
2,000 miles an hour. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You should do some on the street reporting.
Yeah.
That's great. You also saw Indiana Jones. You want to talk about that for a little bit?
It was fine. I don't really have anything to say.
I liked it. It was it's fun. Very silly.
It was fine.
It's very, very goofy.
The opening with the de-aged
kind of sucked. I did not like it very much. And it went on for so long, dude.
Yeah.
That was like 40 minutes.
Old Harrison Ford's voice is a lot different than young Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
That kind of was like, oh, yeah, he
worse de-aging than Irishman?
Well, some shots I was like, wow, that's perfect. And then other shots I was like, that looks so bad. It was like 50-50.
When they first pull him up, right, and he has the potato bake sack on his head, I'm like, okay, they're acknowledging the weird de-aging, so they're probably gonna have this on him for most of the set piece, right, as like a little bit of a fun little bit of hijinks, but then no, they didn't, and then
instead
they were stuck in that for 40 minutes.
Just blah.
Why didn't they could have started that whole thing on the train too? Like the whole first bit was pointless. I don't know.
It just didn't feel very Indiana Jonesy, like
it felt like a very pale imitation.
Yeah.
And the directing wasn't super, like, especially I just rewatched all the 4 Spielberg Indiana Joneses, and those are like just just all the blocking.
I need to rewatch those movies.
Those are great, man. Those are really fun. Even the 4th one, man. I think the 4th one's great too.
Okay, I was told never to watch it, so I haven't because I forget who, but they were like, I don't know if it was their thing, but they adamantly hated the 4th one and told me like
that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. I feel like Nick probably hates the 4th one even.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. But like 4th one's good. It's very flawed, of course, but I think it's pretty good. But yeah, this new one, it's good. I think the ending should have ended in a different place than it did. If you catch my drift.
You can spoil it.
You sure?
Yep. It's okay.
This is a pretty insane spoiler.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like a crazy sentence you would not expect me to say, Caleb.
Okay, so now you have to say it.
Indiana Jones time travels, bro.
Yes, they fucking did it.
Yeah,
of course they did it.
And he wants to stay in like
he should have stayed. He should have stayed.
Archimedes.
Perfect would that have been if he stayed.
He would have just died there. I mean,
that's what he wants. Kind of die. But it's like he becomes part of the history he loves so much, and also there can never be another Indiana Jones movie. Perfect.
No, there could be one in ancient Rome.
No, he's dead. He's in fucking ancient Rome. You can't do more. But now it's like they could do more.
We can bring him back with a like.
It felt like Guardians 3, man. It felt like Guardians 3, where it's like we can do more.
We have to do more.
Dude, they kill Shia LaBeouf off in Vietnam. How crazy is that?
I think he's on a secret mission. Yeah, in Vietnam.
No, he's coming
in Vietnam off screen.
Dude, he's coming back 1,000%.
It's
I think Indiana Jones is so dead. This movie made like no money. Like it lost so much money.
That's the sad truth.
Yeah. That kid sucked. That kid was so bad too. Like,
I went with my dad, and he was like, he really hated how they took Salah out of Egypt because, like, in Egypt, he's like this. It seems like well-off guy, like he's doing well. He's got his big family, and then in America, he's like a cab driver, lives in this like cramped apartment. Like your life is not better in America.
No, welcome to the American dream, bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a line in the movie where he thanks Indiana Jones for like getting him to America too.
Yeah. But he's also like begging him. He's like, please take me with you, Indiana Jones. I don't want to be here.
Salah's whole part in that film felt very like fan servicey.
Yeah, he's kind of barely in it. I thought he was going to be in the whole movie.
I was expecting a lot more fan service in this movie, so it wasn't too bad for that, in my opinion.
It was. I mean, they kind of brought back like the recognizable characters that would still be alive. You know?
Him,
Marion, and Salah. Name another Indiana Jones character.
Marion makes sense because he got married to her last movie. And man, rewatching that fourth movie, I'm not gonna lie, that was like a perfect ending in that one. And they stole it away from Indy. I don't know. And it just feels so. It is money.
Yeah.
But I did like it. I think some pretty solid action.
He's a professor at like a community college now. He's a shitty apartment. His life has really gone downhill.
Grumpy old man. Yeah. I really love the villain though, Mads Mikkelsen. Great. Great villain.
I didn't understand why any of his cronies were with him. They didn't like explain that, especially the one.
I assume they were just neo-Nazis or Nazis.
But what about the one black lady?
Oh, she was CIA, bro. She was CIA.
She was. Okay, it's still like crazy that the CIA would like help this Nazi.
Oh, dude, it's the CIA.
It is the CIA.
It kind of worked, honestly, because they weren't doing it under Nazi pretenses at that point. They were just doing it as, "Hey, I helped create the rocket, you know. So let me help. So let me do this like weird little archaeological
But America should have been like, no, we're protecting you as a Nazi.
Yeah,
we're doing enough."
I thought it worked, and I thought Mads Mikkelsen hammed it up delightfully in this.
He did.
I love how he just had the whole Nazi fit ready to go. He just busted out the suitcase, like it's go time.
Little glasses.
I was born for this.
Yeah, and I love how his whole thing was like, Hitler was an idiot. I can do this right. I thought that was very
Hitler.
fun. I thought that was like delightfully campy Indiana Jones.
Yes.
There's like 3 car chases in this movie. It gets so stale too.
That little like bike thing breaks down at one point, and they spend like 5 minutes fixing it. Like they stole that thing. They need to just go get a different one. Who cares?
Yeah.
Just steal another
and there's
car.
So many plot sequencing moments in that, right? The kid gets angry because some like people are bullying him or something, so he runs off, turns a corner, the villains are there.
They're just there.
They capture him, and then we cut to Indiana Jones running along, and he sees him like getting driven away with them. It's like the plot sequencing feels like a first draft, man.
Well, even the beginning is like it's very clunky with like how Mads Mikkelsen finds out about the dial being there. Like it's like super coincidental. He just like happens to be in the same area. It's like whatever, but
so it's like this movie, I think it works the goofiness in like a lot of the actual plot points, but in the plot sequencing it falls apart. Direction it falls apart. It's just pretty bloated. But I think it's a good movie, but if I rewatch I probably would not like it a ton.
Yeah. Hey, it was fine.
It's fine. 6 out of 10. It's pretty good.
Shouldn't have cost $300 million to make.
Wait, 300 million? Holy shit.
Something like that.
Shouldn't have been made, maybe. But
yeah.
Oh well. The Dial of Destiny.
Yep.
I used to really hate that name, but
history will be rewritten.
Yep. Yeah. So 6 out of 10. Dead Ringers though.
Dead Ringers.
Wow. Oof.
Our first Cronenberg.
Our first Cronenberg.
Oh,
I feel like
nice.
A lot of Critterpit, like just the discussions that we would have about Cronenberg movies, like Critterpit kind of was inspired by that in a way.
Yeah.
Because we bonded so much over our love of Cronenberg.
Well, I introduced you to Videodrome, right?
You did.
Yep.
Because I'd only seen Fly a long time ago and Crimes of the Future, which me and Caleb saw. the theater one day.
What a theater experience that was.
That is a weird theater experience. It's a fun movie.
I remember the whole time we were eating popcorn, and then a scene would happen. We'd put our popcorn down.
Yeah.
And then it would tame out. We'd start eating again, and then a scene would happen. We'd put it down. It was a whole process.
The whole cycle.
I remember after we watched it, we jumped into what was it? Uncharted?
Uncharted and Sonic.
Oh yeah.
First time I've ever triple.
Only time I've ever theater hopped. And yeah, that was pretty fun.
I'm glad you paid for Crimes of the Future though, and not.
Yeah. No, that would have been crazy. Love Crimes of the Future.
Also, in the last 20 minutes, the lights flicked on.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The lights just turned on. So it was all like, it felt very naked. We were all with these other people. We saw
there was
the
8 of us in the theater.
We saw all the other freaks we were seeing this with.
Yeah. Like, who are you people?
Was it Crimes of the Future where somebody just like left through it, like halfway through it? Am I thinking of something else?
You're thinking of something. Everyone who went to Crimes of the Future, everyone after the first scene stayed in it.
I'm thinking of X. Somebody left when it started getting violent in X.
My whole family left at my Pearl viewing the second time I went to see it.
Oh, nice.
When she was humping the
dude,
they all whole up and they left.
That's awesome, dude. I love just what do you think the communication process is for leaving there? Does just the patriarch or matriarch go like, let's go? They all look at each other.
Look at each other, and then they like, let's go, and they all.
Was it were they all? Was it like kids or?
It was like I think 14 was the youngest kid.
Oh my god, what are we doing?
So it was
here?
like, if it's pitched as like it's a Wizard of Oz horror movie, you could be like, oh, I could take a 14-year-old to that.
It'll be spooky, so but like,
I think the world needs more experiences like that just are not truthful in their marketing. I think.
I think we need to scare kids more.
That more things don't monopolize on how fun that is by just
Everyone
lying.
should lie.
Everyone should lie.
Especially
but Caleb,
marketing.
Did you watch Dead Ringers with your siblings?
No,
did I read your review right?
Okay,
I thought you watched this with your fucking siblings, man. That would have been nuts.
Nah, dude, that was the joke.
How old are your siblings?
They are 14, 16.
I'm sure they would have loved it.
Yeah, I was thinking of doing that, and then back to back with Requiem for a Dream.
Great drug movies. Drugs are good.
Exactly.
I love drugs.
Being an older sibling, I think that I need to show some guidance, so that's what I did.
There you go. So Dead Ringers, 1988. Caleb, as a guest, you want to introduce this film?
Nah, I'll leave it to the pros.
Okay. This film follows the twin gynecologists Beverly and Elliot Mantle as they practice.
Beverly and Dr. Elliot Mantle.
Yeah, my apologies. As they do what they do, and what they do is extremely fucking weird and awful.
Very, very weird.
If I could describe this movie in one word, it would be ethical.
Can we put a question mark next to ethics?
We can. Damn, dude, what a! I loved this movie. Oh shit,
it's a lot of fun.
I've been doing my Cronin binge, and I wanted to do it so this was the finale of my Cronin binge, but I have one movie left, the Cronin binge, which is the incredible Cronenberg's probably most acclaimed film. M. Butterfly will be the last one I'll be watching from him. But man, what a treat it has been to watch all the Cronenbergs, and this one, cherry on top. This one feels like such a natural extension of everything he does, everything he do.
But it also feels like more like a movie than a lot of his other movies. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it, but it's like cleaner.
It's very tight. It's very tight and focused, right? Where nearly every scene is just with our two characters. The entire film is basically on two sets, It's great, man. God, what a great film.
Great film. Incredible production design, as always, with David Cronenberg.
Right? Like, just, man, I was thinking when I was watching that, the apartment they have, I was thinking, that is definitely the apartment of, very weird gynecologist twins, you know?
Yes.
Like, it perfectly captured it. They live together. Is that all they do together, though?
Together.
Yeah. I have, my cousins are actually twins, and this film, very accurate. Very, very accurate.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm joking. Twins are weird, though. Can we get into that?
Okay,
Twins are odd.
I'm really happy you brought this up. So, I would like to tell you about two twins, the Sedin brothers. They played hockey.
Okay.
They played for Vancouver. They decided to marry a set of twins.
No.
No.
They had kids who were identical. So technically, they are
Wait, what?
They are half brothers.
Yeah.
Whoa.
They're not cousins, right?
They are cousins, but then they're also half brothers.
What?
Yeah, because you have the same genetic makeup as your twin, right? So then, if you have it's really weird. That's just really weird.
What freak shows, man?
So there's pictures of them, and they're also like super athletic, and there's like this picture of them both running a marathon with an identical baby, and whatever they carry them on like your chest as you run.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I wonder how the conversation of, you know what, we need to find a set of twins. Like, how does?
Well, I hope this film provides some answers for you.
I think they watched this film and they were like, "We gotta do that."
Yeah.
Hey,
this seems sick as fuck. Man, and sick as fuck it is. I felt sick watching this movie at some points.
Deeply disturbed.
This film exceeds so much in just crafting this atmosphere of just being so unnerving.
Yeah.
And so uncomfortable. There's this scene where, like, I believe it's Beverly. Another great thing about this film, at points you don't even know which one it is. Right? It's awesome. But there's a scene of Beverly just shaving, and I was like on the edge of my seat, dude. I was like,
is he gonna be peeling his fucking face off? That's what
I was expecting a cheek to get like cut open and like some like voice to like start talking from the like crack.
Cronenberg knows how to just string you along, you know. And people say this one's definitely more psychological, which is for sure is, but there is some
there are some body horror.
Crazy body horror. The nightmare sequence
that
Beverly has, where he and Elliot are literally attached. They're Siamese twins with this Cronenberg lump tumor thing, right? And then they're the actress, which Beverly's fallen for, just starts eating it apart. It's
it's so great. It's such a great scene, but like it's so gross.
So gross. And just the tools that Beverly
most Cronenberg, like just those shapes.
I love that.
I would buy those tools, like they're
instruments
so gross.
For
that
mutant
fucking
women.
claw.
Yeah.
But like at the heart of it, just the relationship with these two brothers is like the most unnerving and weird thing, right?
Yep.
Just these two guys who they're like the logical supremes, right? They hold themselves above all these other people because they just exist in their own like sealed world.
Yeah,
right?
They have manipulation down to a science, right? Like they know.
It's easy for them.
Like,
because the main conceit of this film, the plot, pretty much is well, Elliot, of course. Oh Christ! Yeah, tag team. Elliot is the confident, suave, go-getter, kind of the salesman of the two, and Beverly is the meek, kind of more.
He's the nerd.
He's the nerd. It's a classic
he wears
Chad
glasses.
versus Virgin kind of meme.
But they're twins, so they love each other and will bring along no matter what. Like there's that undeniable like bond of twins that he explains.
At the end of the day, it's always them. At the end of the day. And but yeah, the main conceit of it is exactly because Elliot brings in this actress who's shooting a mini series in Toronto, because shout out Cronenberg for shooting everything in Canada. I love it.
Yeah.
But Beverly, because Elliot sleeps with her and then kind of discards her onto Beverly, which it's implied that this is a continuous thing, right?
Well,
Where
we should
Elliot
also
will get.
talk about how the actress met
Oh
the
yeah, she's the
gynecologist,
patient.
and he's their patient. She's trying to get pregnant,
So
but she
like,
has 3
yeah, so she's like a
uteruses.
Cronenberg. She has 3 uteruses, which is very interesting.
Very that was going to go further than it did.
Yeah.
I was waiting.
We keep getting surgery scenes. I kept being on the edge of my seat, like, what's going to happen?
It's very restrained. It definitely feels like a more mature Cronenberg in a way.
You know what I
Even though
think it
it's
does?
earlier Cronenberg.
Yeah.
I
88.
guess middle Cronenberg.
It feels like it almost plays on like how extreme some of his earlier stuff was.
Yes.
And it's like,
plays on the
hey,
expectations.
this is what you know, but what if I like subvert your expectations just enough, but like still tell a really fucked up and interesting story?
Yep.
Yeah. It as I said, it strings you along. He knows what he's doing, Cronenberg.
Yep.
And this is like a masterwork in that. Just
Absolutely.
just every level of this is like disturbing, right? Like, oh, I love the open credits. They are so good. It's like this bloody red with all these like medieval drawings of like tools and
the strings that
twins. It's it's one of the best opening credit sequences. It like perfectly gets you in the mood for what's about to come.
Yep.
Cronenberg has some killer opening intros, man. I love the one in Crash. With, like, passing objects in the headlights. It's amazing.
That might be my favorite.
Cronenberg?
I love Cronenberg.
Or just opening
like
intro?
The opening. No, my favorite Cronenberg is Videodrome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine is either Videodrome or The Fly. I gotta rewatch The Fly. I haven't seen
I need to watch The Fly. I'm still kind of chugging my way through Cronenberg.
Yeah, it's great. But Videodrome just kind of like changed like the way that I see movies, even where it's like you can do this. It's just
that movie deserves its own pit.
Oh, it will. It's actually, let me turn my head and look here. 248.
Okay,
maybe
we got
the best Criterion like cover. Like,
oh, it's the best Criterion.
That's an awesome cover.
You pull it out, and it's like a video cassette out of the box.
Oh, it's perfect.
Slipcover. It's so cool, and it's the only one with the like multicolor Criterion little stamp on the side. It's amazing.
Yep.
It's awesome.
I saw that Criterion was doing like a re-release of a lot of Cronenberg stuff in 4K.
Oh yeah.
I was really hoping they were doing a Dead Ringers one because like it hasn't been available for so long, but they're not. It's just
I don't know if I've ever mentioned on the pod, but I was so close to getting the Dead Ringers Criterion. It's out of print now for a long time, but I was about to get one, but they fucked me.
eBay fucked you.
Yeah,
eBay.
I'm still gonna get it.
You got a refund on it, right?
I did, luckily, because like after watching this movie, especially, like I need that. This is such a good movie. I love how the twins are like the perfect encapsulation of Cronenberg's style, right? This super perverse, kind of clinical and cold, sterile people, because that's like Cronenberg's shooting style. It's so cold, sterile, measured, exactly. Because let's talk about like the technological, like almost advancements in this film. Like the compositing technology here is incredible with the 2 irons on screen.
Pretty seamless.
It's great, man, because where was it? This was the first usage of something, one of the first usages of a technique.
Of the twin wingman team.
Yeah, it's one of the first uses of computer controlled moving matte photography, because with other films that are shot like this, right, you'll just have the invisible split on the frame.
Yeah.
You know, but in this, I believe they did a technique where they'd move that invisible split with the camera movements. So that's how you have it, where you can have the 2 irons like crossing the screen together. And it's so seamless.
Yeah. You can't tell.
And watching it doesn't even feel like in a way where they're like trying to show off, right? It never feels like that. It just
subtle.
And would you say this movie did it better, or the Flash 2023 to Ezra Miller's?
That's tough, actually. That's tough because
Because in the Flash, they just CGI'd Ezra Miller's face onto a random body
Dead
instead
Ringers
of doing any kind of cool compositing.
And the Flash are definitely probably in the same league, I think.
Pretty much the same movie. When I think about it, pretty much the same movie.
Oh,
when
definitely.
I think about it, if the Flash, the Dead Ringers like fit, the red fit, dude.
That's the Flash costume.
Oh my god, I'm shocked in the Flash when they're seeing all the CGI abominations that you didn't see Jeremy Irons in there,
The two Jeremy Irons.
Like
Jeremy Irons
cutting
is
open
in
a
the
woman.
Flash, though. He is in the Flash.
Oh yeah,
he's Alfred.
Dude. Oh yeah, the multiverse is opening.
Oh my god.
OMG.
Jeremy Irons is in everything.
I have never appreciated Jeremy Irons as much as I have today. He is amazing. In this, so good. So good. At first, right, it's like he sets up a distinct kind of difference between the two. You can tell who he is based on just how he plays him, right?
How he
just
acts.
it's great. But as it goes on, right, like they get so like the barriers completely dissolve. Every scene you're guessing who it is.
Especially with the actress sometimes. Like you can't tell anymore.
I love how it's like their like twin kind of gimmick. It's playing a game on everyone they come across, but also the audience. It's really fantastic stuff.
Yeah.
And Irons kills it. I was reading he played the two twins. He would get into like different energies when he played them because he had originally did it so he'd have two different dressing rooms for both of the characters. And that's how he'd get into it. But then he decided like the point of this is that you're not sure which twin it was. So he opted out of that and instead he kind of did this thing where he'd like play the characters differently. So for one of them he'd play him like on the heels of his feet and for the other he played it on like the balls of his feet, which I find like
that's awesome.
Isn't that so interesting?
That's smart. A good
Huh. This wouldn't get any academic
Academy Awards.
Academy Awards, right?
No, I don't think so. But I mean, it definitely should have. Like, interesting editing techniques. The writing is just incredible. Acting across the board.
The sound.
Won 10 Genie Awards.
Well, shout out the Genie Awards.
Yeah. I love the world building in this. Cronenberg is always so good on the world building. He knows how to construct like a compelling kind of like shady world. And this is kind of like the reverse. In this, he crafts this world of prestige and acclaim with how everybody knows the famous Mantle twins. And I love how like they're kind of derided by being called like the mental twins at points and how these guys like created tools for this industry. I loved that, right?
They're pioneers. Well respected, revered.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they've left a like indelible mark on this and I just thought it was fantastic in that way. Yeah, and then you just see the crumbling as Beverly gets addicted to drugs.
Painkillers.
This is based on a book. This film.
Twins.
Yeah.
Funnily
which is
enough,
based on a true event.
Twins.
Exactly, which is really interesting, I thought.
This is based on a true life event from 1975, I believe. These two twin gynecologists who were found both dead in their apartment in just a state of decay. Their apartment was just fucked up.
Yeah.
Just trashed, just rotting, old dishes. And it's assumed that they both died of barbiturate overdoses, right? But only the one did. The second one, I think. Yeah, something like that.
5 days later.
And there's an actual really interesting tidbit where
something that's a little crazy to the story as well. It was like July 17th, which is almost today, was when they died.
Oh fuck.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Fucking almost 50 years ago.
Yeah.
Or yeah.
Fuck.
This is cursed vibes. They're
vibes.
with us now. But
Good timing.
Do you know how in the film who was it? Beverly left the apartment for a bit and tried to call Claire?
Yeah.
That's like actually something that happened. They saw one of the twins leaving the apartment around the time that they like chemically dated it, that the one twin overdosed.
Yeah. Oh,
something
shit.
sus going on there.
No, there's absolutely.
I love how crazy this movie gets.
twins.
Good.
Well, just
They're
the
just
amount of pharmaceuticals they have, and also
yeah.
here's the other thing: is it plays off the hubris of the characters because they think since
Mhm.
they prescribe it that they can control
Yeah.
themselves.
They're like, "We'll kick it on Monday." Monday, yeah, we'll
Yeah,
kick.
Monday,
Well,
no problem.
yeah.
But
And
right
then the
now, I want
next
some
scene,
cake and some orange pop.
he fucking dissects his brother. That scene
Yeah,
is so
Oh,
gnarly,
gross,
dude.
brutal.
oh,
And
fuck.
just when he gets up and he's like, "Ellie, Ellie,"
Yeah,
Ellie,
and he's like
Ellie,
looking around and
Ellie,
like it's like and he
Ellie.
like knows he's over there, right? But he doesn't want to look at him. And just the
yeah,
whole time, slightly out of focus, it's just him like chest open, all the
just
tools
blood.
covered in blood. It's awesome tools.
Mutilated, like with
Yeah.
no
Ugh,
rhyme or reason.
Oh, classic
it's
Cronenberg.
he killed it with this one, man. Oh my
Yeah,
god, so good. Just
One thing, or
yeah. Go
one
ahead.
really small detail, it was at the start. When we see Ellie, uh, he like puts on the glove, and it's like really quick and seamless, and he always discards the glove like it's really clean. At the end, do you see how yellow and filthy the fucking glove he puts on is?
yeah.
Yeah, disgusting. Looks like
Dude,
it's been reused.
Even just
yeah,
the
it has
way he
been.
blows up the glove is just like
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, it's
So different than the person we saw at the beginning.
Yeah,
mhm. God, it is
yeah,
Fuck.
so good.
gnarly.
I
We haven't
love the
really
scene.
talked about the red
Go ahead,
surgeon
dude.
outfits yet.
What
I
a
love that.
we should
Such
dress
a
like
great
that for
costume.
Halloween, man. Be
Oh,
a
that'd
very
be
Yeah,
Halloween
awesome.
costume.
I'm
Like
game.
Yeah,
man, just so cool. Just such striking imagery. I was like trying to put my word on what this film felt like the whole time going through it, but like reading reviews, it's like
Dread.
it's medieval. That's what it feels like,
it
man.
is. Yeah,
They feel like priests, like demonic priests in those red outfits in this like chamber performing their rituals, and all the tools they have, and especially ones he makes later on are like
and
ugh
how like they can be watched too. Like there's a window into it. Like
yeah,
it's
feels
for an
so
audience as well as
evil.
the audience that's watching.
Exactly.
Uh,
It's
great,
really
great movie.
good, man. I love the scene with when they're playing In the Still of the Night from from Irishman, bro.
Hmm.
Awesome. And when they're both dancing with the girl, hugging her up.
Oh, it's so
Such
weird.
so weird,
That's
man.
such an uncomfortable scene.
So uncomfortable.
Like, ugh, and that girl's like kind of into it too. It's
She's
weird,
totally
man.
into it.
Yeah,
She's
oh no,
completely
Yeah.
she
into it.
wants it.
Yeah.
How about how
Okay,
this
wait.
movie opens up with first thing you hear, of course, Cronenberg. Have you heard about sex? In like a child's voice. It's
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Oh,
and just
David.
no David, and then just the whole dialogue, or should I say monologue, of those two twins as they're walking. It's just perfect. So good. They're talking about like how fish reproduce and how
Yeah.
they kind of wish to be like that because they hate the interpersonal entanglements, which is kind of the whole conflict of this film, right? Because their relationship dissolves with this entangling of Claire, the actress, into it.
Yeah.
So oh, it's great.
ugh,
It's such good writing. Shout out Canada, dude. I
Shout
love
out Canada.
the metaphor of them kind of calling all these like women who seek their care like mutant women, right? It's like
Yeah.
yeah.
projection almost of their own
Yeah.
inner just deformity, right?
Yeah.
And I love how it's like, no, it can't be the tools. These tools are like the logical supreme, right?
Yeah.
They're perfect. I could not
He
possibly be wrong.
created the perfect
Like
tool
it,
for
the,
the job. And
the it's just like, and then the way they rationalize it, right, is like the women are getting more mutated. The tools need to get more advanced, you know?
these women are
So,
crazy. They're having sex with
so
dogs.
yeah, so they go to like an art installation and get like a this avant-garde sculptor to make them some tools. It's just so good. Like just
Mathematics in metal.
yeah, it feels like
Beautiful.
such a good synthesis
Beautiful.
of everything
Maybe that's
Cronenberg's
what
about.
engineers do.
I think so.
Yeah. They make gynecologist tools for mutant women.
Yep.
Maybe.
I think so.
During Sid and Nancy, the movie we talked about last week, throughout my notes, it was just me talking about how annoying I found all the characters. For this movie, it was just a lot of this is so weird. I'm so uncomfortable,
Yeah.
just like every scene, man.
I hate these people, but I cannot look away.
I love these people. These people need to get on the pod.
I want to meet these people.
Like,
we got to get some twins on the pod. Meet some twins.
Yeah, we did. I'll get my
Bellman
twin
and
cousins on.
Spellman?
Yeah.
Dude, I think I saw Bellman the other day.
What
He
the
looked like
fuck?
such a tweaker, bro. He had like he had insane tweaker stare. You guys want to hear something really crazy though?
Sure.
De Niro was being considered for this role.
What the fuck would De Niro do in this?
I don't think that would have been right.
De Niro.
That would have been insane.
And this is okay. This is what I found on Amazon Trivia, but apparently he turned down the role because he felt uncomfortable playing gynecologist.
That's why.
A gynecologist, not the weird
he
other part.
I'm down to fuck a bunch of women with my twin, but I draw the line at being a gynecologist.
At gynecology.
He's just like
a legitimate profession.
It's not a man's profession. It's not a man's profession. It's just
really
I want to believe that's
for
true.
Society.
Yeah. That's really funny. That would have been such a different movie.
It would have been, man. How about Al Pacino in this role?
I think Al Pacino would have been better than De Niro.
Originally, they were going to get William Hurt for this role as who they were looking at.
That makes sense. I was also thinking the guy from Videodrome would have been fun. Just like more unhinged.
James Woods.
Yeah.
James Woods in this role. I hate James Woods' face.
Oh, so punchable.
It would have been too much. Because Jeremy Irons is a very attractive man, right? So it works. Like,
you get it.
Yeah, it's like, I understand. I could find myself in these positions, right? So it's it was good verisimilitude, whatever.
Yeah.
Man, what a dope film. So happy we finally watched it. And I need the Criterion. I will be buying the Criterion.
It's the last Cronenberg Criterion, right, that you don't own?
Yes, I own all 5 of the other ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually just unpackaged a Criterion that I got today.
Oh, they finally came?
One of them, because fucking Barnes & Noble suck. And in an order of 3 Criterions, they ship one separately because they're jackals.
And which one?
Repo Man, baby.
Oh, such a good movie.
Such a good movie.
I love that Criterion as well.
Just such beautiful artwork on it, man.
Got a sick booklet.
Sick booklet, and just like I love just this crazy zany punk art, like the front of car as sunglasses. It's awesome. It's awesome. Highly recommend it. Would have been nice if I got it last week
with Harry Dean Stanton in
the
Criterion, where he's just like a crazy old man.
How about Harry Dean Stanton in this role?
I don't know.
I love him. Things out.
I don't know.
Oh, man, yeah. Man, what a good movie.
What about Adam Sandler in this role?
Oh,
but it's Jack and Jill.
What about my favorite?
Dead Ringers, but Jack and Jill?
What about Dead Ringers? It's Jack and Jill, and in the end, they make the remote from Click. That's the tools they develop.
This is the gynecologist tool for Mutant Woman.
Yeah.
Can we please bring the Sandler verse into the Cronenverse?
I'd love that.
I definitely see
love Adam Sandler in a Cronenberg movie.
Oh my god, that would be so good. Oh my god.
Put him in Crimes of the Future, just as like a weird background guy.
You know what I want for David Cronenberg? I want David Cronenberg to get a role like David Lynch's in The Fablemans. I want him to have something like that.
Cronenberg is an actor. He's in Star Trek.
I know. He's in quite a bit. So I want a role like him for that in some sort of like, I mean, maybe I can write that role for him.
You do it. Just say that you're Canadian.
Yeah. It makes me
Except for
makes me so happy that he's Canadian. I love it.
Yeah. And he seems to be proud of it. Like he sets his movies in Canada. It's awesome.
Yep. It's so sick, man. This, Crash, Videodrome.
All the best.
I love it. Just the goats.
Yep.
Love. 9 out of 10.
I gave it an 8 out of 10, but it could easily move to a 9 or even probably a 10 if on a rewatch.
Yeah,
I
this
gave
could
it
be a 10.
7 just because I was really, really uncomfortable.
You
So I
also
think
gave
it
Crash
probably.
7, Caleb.
Hmm?
You also gave Crash a 7, which I
Okay.
found
I
heartbreaking.
think thinking. Okay, now that I've watched this, I think Crash probably moves up to like an 8 or 9. And
We should
then
have a
what?
short little Crash discussion.
Have
'Cause I
we
love
told the
Crash.
story of when we watched Crash, Ethan?
I don't think so. You wanna?
I'm
In Jake's
unfamiliar.
basement.
Yeah.
Well, we would watch movies in Jake's basement during our second semester.
Yeah.
Oh
Sunday
yeah.
night movies. We do double features. And one night we knew we were going to do a Crash and Titan double feature. That was the idea. Two kind of fucked up car movies. It's going
Hell
to be
yeah.
awesome. One of our colleagues was there from school, and he fucking hated this movie.
Hated
He
bro.
was
I think you.
so uncomfortable.
So much to the fact that I think he probably sees us as like lesser now because of
Degenerates.
it. Yeah,
He was like,
because
"There's
we
just
liked it.
boob. Like every scene, there's
Just sex.
it's
Just
just
so much
sex."
sex.
It's just porn.
Yeah,
And you
and
know,
it kind
it
of
is.
is, but like
But
you
it's
have
also
to
Cronenberg,
embrace
so
the
it's
art
like
of it.
exactly. And I
It was
think
his
that
first
And
movie's such a
Cronenberg. I don't think he knew what he was getting himself into.
yeah. I think that movie's such a good litmus test for like
Are you cool?
I don't are you cool exactly? But just
no, I
like
think show him Videodrome. I think that's a better litmus test.
no, I'm talking about litmus test for like I don't know. Like that movie's very testing is all I'll say
Yeah.
of a
Crash
lot of
is a
things.
lot.
It is.
It is a lot. By the end,
On a first watch, I was like, "This is a good movie." You know, wasn't too passionate, but on the second watch, I'm like, "I get it. I
so
see the
maybe I
vision.
just need to
It's
rewatch it.
so good."
Maybe that's my reason.
I
Yeah,
rewatched it very stoned too, which always helps you see the vision.
I
awesome
watched
movie.
But
this
it's just
movie
like,
very stoned, which partially led to the insane panic,
yeah,
Mm.
I
which
bet.
I just love. It's the
I love it.
best vibe. Like I watched this movie at like 3 a.m.
Oh, perfect
I
vibes.
just yeah, no. Whenever I watch a Cronenberg, I try to make sure like I'm in the right mindset, which is like
Yeah.
just like ready to be terrified.
Have you seen Naked Lunch yet?
I have
Oh,
not.
no. That's
Oh,
the one I
that's gonna
keep on
be
telling Caleb to watch next.
3
Is that gonna be
a.m.
tonight's
The most
tonight's
It
watch?
fever
is.
dream of a movie ever.
That's his
Fuck yeah.
most feverish film for sure.
Yeah,
It's
Okay.
crazy. You know
Sweet.
what's
and
the
Yeah,
best thing
I'll
RoboCop
about
watch
is
it.
in it.
Cronenberg? Yeah, it's awesome. The best thing about Cronenberg, he creates such a crazy and unique vibe in all his films that I don't think they'll ever be replicated or have been. You know, like you look at the vibes that Crash puts out there, one of a kind, dude. Like one of a fucking kind.
His worlds are so like I don't know. They're so
So
real and just
intricate.
like how
Yeah,
dirty they are. Like I don't
I
know. It's just
know.
like
But
It's
they're
so
so
great.
compelling.
contained. It tells a
The
contained
scene
story.
The
Yeah,
scene I always come back to in Crash is just the scene of the car crash, and they pull up, and the guy starts taking photos. It's
yeah,
just so insane, but also like it feels like he's saying so much through it too, right?
yeah,
Because that's the thing with Cronenberg. In just its images, right? It's schlock. It's very well produced schlock, but a schlock. But then through the writing and through all the storytelling of film, there's such like smart undercurrents there, you know?
definitely.
Like, you look at what Videodrome, its place in, like, media,
Shit, Videodrome
it
predicted some scary
yeah,
shit.
feels
Yeah,
prophetic almost.
it is. It totally is.
It's
Like
fucking scary.
like the Church of the Cathode Ray Man or whatever,
Yeah,
like, man, that is some very relevant imagery is all I'll
That
say.
that
yeah.
seems like something that South Park would have, like as a
It
joke.
does.
Like
Yeah,
today though.
and
Yeah,
Cronenberg was doing this in the '80s, man,
yeah.
'70s.
Dude,
So
like
Like,
ahead of its
VR
time.
wasn't even a thing.
he is so goated. And like the whole like little contingent in Videodrome of like the rise of fascism sort of and reactionary politics.
Hmm.
It's oh Cronenberg's so good,
And
man.
yeah, just the place of media and manipulation of
Yeah,
people through
exactly.
media, right? Like just incredible.
Um
Ah,
Another
that is
thought,
such a
just
good movie.
there's this amazing Cronenberg trilogy that forms with Naked Lunch, Videodrome, and Existence. because they all deal with people's
perception
relationship to media. So Videodrome deals with the video, media, and Naked Lunch is like with books and literature, and Existence is with video games. It's awesome. Such a great world trilogy.
There's so many good stories to tell.
There is. I'm addicted. Yep. Cronenberg is so goated, and when he dies, I think I'll stop eating for a month at least.
Yep.
Yeah.
He won't die. He'll transcend to the cathode ray tube.
Yeah. I'll live forever in the TV. TV world.
Wait, Ethan, just fucking hook yourself up to one of those Crimes of the Future-esque devices. That'll make you feel
put yourself
better.
in the chair.
Yeah, that'll make you feel
better.
Of that. No, dude, it's okay. It's okay. Hey,
dude, you know what the awesome thing about Cronenberg is? We've been talking about like 3 movies. Dude has 22 movies.
Yeah.
How sick is that? And I've now seen 21 of them.
And they're all so different, but also the same. I don't know, like
yeah,
he's so great.
Here, I'm gonna go through my Cronenberg ranking here just to put it out there.
All 21?
All 21, baby. Should I start at the top or bottom?
Start at the bottom.
Bottom.
Okay. Fast Company, Crimes of the Future, the original, Stereo, Cosmopolis, Spider, Dead Zone, Rabid, A Dangerous Method, Maps to the Stars, Shivers, The Brood, so good. Existence, History of Violence, Eastern Promises, Scanners, Crimes of the Future, the new one, Naked Lunch, we're entering into top 5 now.
Yeah.
Naked Lunch is 5th. Dead Ringers, Crash, Videodrome, and then The Fly. The Fly is number 1.
Number 1?
Just because I've only seen it a long time ago and I absolutely loved it so much.
Yeah.
So I'll need to revisit that one. But I just love the body horror melodrama, man. I eat that shit up. And Jeff Goldblum's a national treasure.
He is a national treasure.
I loved him in Deep Cover. Deep Cover. Great movie.
Deep Cover.
Gotta watch that movie, Sam.
I've not even heard of it. What is Deep Cover?
It's this kind of like blaxploitation, super flashy, neon soaked. Yeah, he's so good, man. And Lawrence Fishburne, gangster drama from the 90s, I believe. It's some of the best. It's some of the best utilization of narration I've ever seen in film. It's so good.
It's really stylized and
it's poetic,
a lot of fun. Also, I don't think I've ever seen Jeff Goldblum in this type of role.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, he's fucking villainous. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome. Great movie.
I definitely have to watch that then. I love Lawrence Fishburne too. I think he's super underrated.
Yeah, he's such a goat, man. And this is his best role ever. Yeah.
And
he plays
every
so
Jeff Goldblum
well.
or not Jeff Goldblum. Lawrence Fishburne movie I've seen, I love, right?
Dude,
I can't think of
this is right up your alley, Sam. You're about to give this 10 out of 10, man.
Hell yeah.
I have the Criterion on the way too.
Oh, nice.
Very hype. Very hype.
Wait, so does that mean that eventually you guys get to talk about that movie?
Oh eventually. Yeah, boy.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm hopping on for that.
God, so many good movies.
Yeah, I hope this is probably not my first and only appearance on this show.
No, bro, you're invited back.
You were on Solo.
Yeah, you've been on 3 episodes now.
I guess I have made some. Oh right, fucking Solo.
Yep. Yeah, that was recently.
Yeah. Thanks for making me relive that movie.
You didn't have to rewatch it.
No, I didn't. But just even thinking about it.
It can be painful. I'm trying to find more good movies.
Graham had some really crazy takes throughout that whole thing.
He did. Shout out to
wasn't
you, Graham.
that bad? Wasn't that bad?
Wasn't that bad?
I started listening to that. I was listening to it last night. I got 20 minutes in.
It's pretty rough.
It's an interesting take, man. Interesting take on the Salem shit being not that bad.
That was a rough episode.
I'd much rather watch Crash or any Cronenberg.
Yeah.
I love
or any movie ever.
Yeah, honestly.
Love movies. Love Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Most of all.
Cronenberg directed that.
Right? I wish fucking Cronenberg directed Total Recall. Because all the best parts of Total Recall come from David Cronenberg.
I love Paul Verhoeven, though. I like Total Recall.
Me too, but dude.
It would have been a perfect Cronenberg movie. You're right,
dude.
because it's
It would have
so
been
gross.
a
There's so many mutants.
masterpiece. Yeah, and all the
Grimy.
great stuff came from Cronenberg in that one. And I think it's great. I think Verhoeven's, of course, goated, right?
Yeah.
That Showgirls, RoboCop, just goated director. But
Total Recall.
yeah, Cronenberg would have swept the floor. He would have made another masterpiece.
Yeah. Well, it's not
So
too late. He
Caleb,
can still remake it.
I think you should watch next definitely Naked Lunch and
Naked
The
Lunch,
Brood.
alright.
The Brood is great. And Scanners. Let's not
Yeah.
forget Scanners. Love Scanners.
Scanners
No,
is
I
one of my least favorite Cronenbergs that I've
I
seen.
don't love it, but I think
It's a little
great.
slow in the middle, but it picks up so much at the end. It's awesome.
Yeah, there's some amazing effects in that one, dude. Holy.
Yeah.
There
That
always
lead
is.
actor is really bad in
I've
Scanners.
been thinking about Cronenberg as like a great artist, but he's a great innovator, man. Like his effects work, like especially in this film with
what he did in Videodrome.
Yeah, with the TV.
Yeah, that TV. Oh my gosh, I fucking love that. That is
Yeah.
amazing.
And doesn't it make you so happy? He's Canadian. He's ours,
He's
boy.
Canadian. We got
Hell
him.
yeah.
We got him.
We have everyone I come across, I try to tell them, Cronenberg, you should be so joyful and full of bliss that this is our national identity. You should embrace this.
I'm
Every
sorry,
Canadian,
I don't think that's our national identity.
it
That
should
would
It
be
is.
though.
it should be hockey, man.
Nah,
Crosby,
fuck
No,
no.
it should be
no,
David Cronenberg.
On the
Crosby,
flag,
Crosby,
on
no,
the flag
no,
should be
no,
gynecologist tools for mutant women. That should be on the Canadian
It should be our
flag
motto.
instead of the
Instead of the
maple
maple
leaf.
leaf.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Just the claw in the middle with like blood like
We
dripping down.
should rewrite the Canadian anthem to include some Cronenberg shit. Some
Nah,
bars.
dude, it's all about hockey.
Cronenberg.
All about hockey.
Nah, no one likes hockey. Everyone
Hockey's
loves
fine.
Cronenberg. Everyone I come across asks them, do you like hockey or do you like David Cronenberg? 9 times out of 10.
Everybody asks that.
They're like,
Yeah,
I'm
polarizing
all about
questions.
I'm all about Daddy Cronenberg. It's
Yeah.
always what they say.
Yep.
I'm signed up for a horror like film class in winter semester next year.
Hell
There better
yeah.
be some Cronenberg talking.
Dude,
man.
we're
Oh,
gonna be the
dude.
experts, man. We're gonna sweep in there.
Man,
That's
fuck,
so
I should
exciting.
It's gonna
join
be
you
us and
guys to
Matto.
talk about fucking horror movies. I love horror movies.
Gotta
Hop
join that
in, bro.
class. The professor's super nice.
Oh, love Mrs. Pallister. She's
Yeah.
great.
And she loves
So-
Canadian cinema as well.
Oh, you love to see it. I'm very remiss that I missed the Cronenberg class.
Yeah. Well, it's like brief.
I know, but still, I would have fanboyed hearing Cronenberg
Yeah.
mentioned.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Oh my Cronenberg! Oh my
Oh,
god, David!
who wants to talk about Crash?
Yeah. I don't want to reveal our YouTube password on here, but it does have something to do
Yeah.
with David Cronenberg.
One of my favorite recurring Critterpit bits is the idea that David, who's been this guy who's followed us on Letterboxd, who we're like keep on trying to get on the pod,
Yeah.
is actually David Cronenberg.
Canadian
Could you
icon.
imagine?
Yeah,
It could be. Could
you
be.
never know. Like
That would be
just the fact that his
wild.
name is David. That's
His name is
that's
David.
narrowed it down like tenfold. I feel.
And he's
Just saying
Canadian.
there's a chance.
There's a chance.
Ugh.
David Cronenberg on the next episode to talk about summertime.
Yep. Look forward to it. Put it in your calendars, everybody.
Speaking of other episodes, we need to do a Better Call Saul episode.
Yes, we
Retrospective.
do. We
Yeah, a
fucking
retrospective
do.
on that. Like that deserves its own show because
We should lock that in. Me, you, Griffin. Talk about some Better Call Saul.
yeah, because that kind of took an entire summer of our conversations. It seemed.
The Better Call Saul summer, man.
Yeah.
This summer has been a Sopranos
The
summer
summer
so
of
far.
Saul.
Yeah, Sopranos mixed with some Cronenberg and I guess now BoJack Horseman.
You on that
BoJack.
BoJack wavelength? Okay, love BoJack.
That's a
Yeah,
good
BoJack's pretty
engineering
good.
show. Depressed engineer.
Yeah.
It's actually why I watched it or why I started watching it.
Yeah.
Great.
Someone's got to be in a worse mental state than I am.
Yeah.
More, it's
I'm
actually like, you know
thankful
what?
for art like that.
It's like, you know what? Yeah, that is how it is.
Yeah.
I remember when I was going through a really rough patch, I watched After Hours, and I felt a little better because at least I wasn't having that guy's night.
We got it. We should do an After Hours and Good Time double feature.
We for sure
That would
should.
be a really good one.
We for sure should. And we should actually do a Crash and Titan double feature because you didn't finish that story.
Yeah, I didn't finish the story. We didn't end up watching
Oh,
Titan,
right.
and we
Shit.
watched Death Proof instead. And nobody had a good time. It was just lame.
Because the vibes. Well, I was loving Crash, but
we were all loving Crash except for our colleague.
He hated it so much that we decided, for his sake, we can't do another crazy body horror film. And I think that's a good film. I'm actually one of the few who's like, I like Death Proof, but
I did not like Death Proof. I don't think it went far enough.
It definitely doesn't, but I do like Death Proof. It's just was not the vibe that night.
No. It was a Titan vibe.
We didn't want to see people dying in cars. We wanted to see people having sex in cars.
Impregnated by cars.
Fuck, I need to see that movie.
In cars.
You haven't seen Titan?
I haven't, man.
Oh.
Could you imagine seeing Crash in theater?
Dude.
I
remember. I think that won some sort of award at Cannes, and I think it was Francis Ford Coppola refused to be the guy to hand the award to Cronenberg, which is just such fun lore. Shut up, Coppola.
Car sex then, because Titan also won the Palme d'Or.
So we know what we've got to do to get in there.
Yeah. Make a X-rated Cars movie. Cars 4. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
So eventually, as all these things, all the old ideas go to the free market, where copyright gets cut. Can we make some cool horror shit with that now that they're entering in the free domain?
I think all the Universal monsters are already in the public domain, so you could do.
Oh yeah, those are. Of course.
That is a tapped market.
We have not even talked about how Dead Ringers is now an Amazon show.
Yeah, I actually was about. Yeah, I can't.
I've got to watch that show. I'm definitely going to watch that show.
Looks like they have a lot of those red surgical costumes, which is exciting.
Good.
Is this the most? No, it can't be. The Fly is probably the most successful IP of Cronenberg, but
definitely The Fly, and then probably Scanners, right?
Yeah, Scanners is funny. There's Scanners 1, Scanners 2, Scanners 3, Scanner Cop 1, Scanner Cop 2. But it's crazy. This is seems like a pretty major Amazon production.
Yeah,
has Rachel Weisz in it.
They put fucking money into it.
Amazon
on
has
Dead Ringers.
Money, though.
A gender swapped Dead Ringers, man.
So what I don't know is, does that mean they're gonna find a guy?
Or are they still gynecologists?
Because the gender dynamic's so essential to that first one.
Well, because it works on the power, the power struggle.
And also, the two brothers were kind of sort of defined by masculinity and femininity. Because Beverly, the name, and he got so upset when she pointed out the
that's a huge
undercurrents.
Yeah.
Trying to say I'm gay?
What are you trying to say? Freaks out.
Yeah.
So I'm very interested what this new one would be like. Very interested. So yeah, definitely be watching that.
The only thing I know about the show is that the first episode starts with a birth.
Hell yeah, that's what you want.
Birth.
So they're at least they're sticking with keeping people uncomfortable.
I love it.
That is awesome.
Love to see that.
Well, everybody go watch Dead Ringers. And then watch Dead Ringers, the Amazon show. And then watch The Bear Season 2. Because that came out in Canada today. And I'm so hyped to watch that.
I love The Bear Season 1.
Also, watch
Deep
Cover.
Season 1.
Really?
I did.
I thought the ending was stupid. But
I love the ending. When he looks at I also waited a year to finish that show.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. I cried, man.
I thought the ending was a little silly because it's you make all these problems, you write yourself into such a crazy corner with all these problems in the show, and then you just boom,
they all go away.
Drop the answers from the heavens. Oh well, I still love that show. Very interesting visual style on that show. I've been rewatching it. I love how shallow the focus is, how much light flares and bokeh they use. It's great, but that's all I have to say about the Bear.
Yeah,
nothing else.
I like the end when he's looking at his brother and he looks at the camera. Oh, got me.
I need to watch that.
Oh, sorry for spoiling it.
Oh no, it's fine.
Oh yeah, fuck. Caleb's here. A bonus fact about working in a kitchen is that you get to pretend you're the bear.
Every day.
So that's sick. So that's pretty
Yes,
sick.
Chef.
Yes, chef. Heard. Behind.
Corner.
We are firing 86 chicken, 26 fries, 100 burgers,
55 fries, 55
Yes,
shakes.
chef.
55 Criterions, 55 Critterpits.
How many blows, chef?
The 400.
400.
Yes, chef.
Yes, chef.
Firing 400 blows. Thank you, chefs.
Thank you, chefs. Could you just imagine, like, you're walking to the bathroom and like you look over at the kitchen and all the line cooks are just like hyperventilating in a line counting.
Just trying to get that.
That's what the Critterpit does to people.
Right? Yeah. It's
everybody's blowing along.
Stereo. Mm-hmm. I love how you incorporated the blows in our intros, Caleb. That's a great piece of lore.
It's such a great theme. You did an awesome job.
Thank you.
It's been we've been missing it. We've been trying to get a theme for so long.
We try to get Elijah to do it. We try to get Rob to do it.
Yeah, but you pulled through.
Yeah, and I will possibly have more if I ever get my keyboard back. So we'll see.
We also need an outro.
Always love more.
Yeah, I work on an outro. That could be fun.
And also, I still need to pay you the 25 for the intro. I'll do that. Money frees up here.
I guess I'll see you. I'll see you soon. So
that's true. We're transferring you back to Ed Deerson.
I guess so.
Exciting times Vancouver. We live in. Fuck Vancouver.
No, Vancouver's awesome.
It is.
It's a pretty cool place. It's really fucking expensive.
Oh, speaking of The Fly and SFU, wasn't The Fly 2 filmed at SFU?
Damn.
I know part of The Flash was filmed in one of the buildings. Like
joke. Flash, the new Flash.
Yeah, no joke.
All full circle, isn't it?
One of my friends who McDougal would get along like amazingly with was like, guys, look at this